It's still Wake Up Nigeria, and it's time to talk parenting. Now, the angle we're taking parenting from this today's edition is from a totally different angle, one that people barely touch. We're talking about fathers' roles. Now, fathers usually take a passive role in the upbringing of the children, as they tend to focus more on bringing home the bacon, literally. But a father has a role to play beyond providing the basic needs. To discuss ways to involve daddies in the upbringing of children is Jayne Augoye. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning. Now, Jayne is a media consultant, a parenting consultant, and also a mom blogger.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's great to have you here.
Same here.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about the role of a father in parenting, especially the essence of the role and how fathers can actually be fully involved in parenting. Because most people think father's role is just to be that person you say, I'll tell your father.
The bad guy.
Oh, exactly, the bad guy. So tell us more about this.
Okay, so we all know that times have changed. Parenting is supposed to be collaborative.
True.
It's not an exclusive preserve of moms. Yeah. So more than ever, we need dads to be more involved. And we know that we live in very busy times when husbands and wives have to leave home very early. Even, I don't think we really have people who are like moms who are like stay-at-home moms in the real essence of it. So people still have their hands in different pies. Yeah. So no matter how busy a dad is, you need to find time to connect with your children more than ever. I mean, if your children don't see a friend in you, and let's say mommy alone really can't do it. And more often than not, we need to change that mindset that everything should always be about mommy. Yeah. You know, so that when these children grow up to become parents themselves, even the boys, the male child, they know that they actually do play a huge role. You know, fathers are so important, you know, as important as moms.
Now, when do you recommend this father's involvement business starts? Okay,
like we were chatting before we came on, I said it starts from when mom is pregnant. You know, so it could be something as simple as even bonding with the bump. You know, babies can actually recognize their parents' voices. Yeah. It's so interesting. You know, so you could just talk to the bump, you know, even attending antenatal with your wife. I know that it may not be possible all the time, but once in a while, just so that you have an idea of what it is like and what the first few weeks, which are usually the most challenging, you know, after birth, when the baby is still, you know, a newborn, just so that you can have like a hang of it. And then moms can also involve their husbands by giving them, I don't want to use the word task, but sort of involving them. So, oh, honey, I need to change the diapers. Can you please pass me the powder? You know, or just find ways to have him hang around you, you know, to see how you do it. And then once in a while, depending, you know your husband better, you know his temperament, you know the best times to get him involved. So you could just delegate some tasks to him. And when he does it, please appreciate it. I know that he may not change the diapers or button the baby's overall as perfectly as you would, but, you know, appreciate the efforts just so that you encourage him to do it, you know, more often. There's also this little trick I use sometimes when I'm looking for a break. I can say I'm going to make my hair, and I just leave the children with their dad. You know what? I know that they won't die. Oh my God. You know, they won't die. You know, when I come back, he will survive. You know, so sometimes, even for us moms, we are afraid to travel. We are afraid
there's a need for a break.
There's a need for a break. The children won't die, really. So we need to begin to involve dads. Then the dad who is very busy from Monday to Friday. So even if you have to hang out with the boys over the weekend to watch football or have a drink or two, when you come back, something as little as, oh, Tolani, Dupe, bring your books. Let me see your homework. I know mommy has done it, but let me see it. You know, over time, children will know that, oh, daddy can also help. So instead of them saying, mommy, we have homework. Daddy, we have homework. You know, so it has to be a deliberate and conscious effort on the part of a father.
Now, some people say even every day, in a situation where mommy is in the kitchen preparing dinner, for example. Of course, maybe before the children came, mommy and daddy used to be in the kitchen together. But when the children come, from 1 to 2 to 3, it's usually best also to say, you know what, you hold the baby in the living room while I'm in the kitchen. I hear it helps.
It helps, but you should have taught your husband how to hold a newborn, you know. Even
That's
for
another
moms, even
angle.
for first-time moms, a lot of first-time moms don't really know how to hold
the
babies.
baby.
And it's for very obvious reasons. They are delicate, so you
Yeah.
need to teach him that you support the head of the neck of the baby, the head, and don't just carry baby like that. So if you don't even want to stress him so much, put the baby in the baby bed.
Okay.
So, okay, just watch over the baby.
What if it's the baby that doesn't like being in the bed?
You carry the baby. Don't you see pictures of dads backing their babies?
Oh, so you teach him how to back
You
the
teach
baby.
him now. You know, but these are things you won't enforce. You won't go like, oh, you must do it, you must do it. You have to be
Yeah,
subtle,
yeah.
find ways to do it without it looking as
Because
though...
some men are genuinely frightened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to find very clever, subtle ways to involve him without it looking as though you're trying to impose or show him that he's not doing enough.
Okay, so when we've involved fathers in parenting, there's also the need to let them understand that it's not babysitting. Parenting is different from babysitting. Tell us more about that.
Okay, you just touched on a very important point. On social media, we are fond of, when we see pictures of dads bottle feeding their babies or backing their babies, we'll be like, oh, daddy goals. Yes, it's good to appreciate it, but we should also understand, like you said, that it's not babysitting. The dad is parenting.
It's his child.
Yes, it is his child, so he's not doing anyone a favor.
True.
So as much as we appreciate that, we should also harp on the fact that he's actually playing his role and not doing mommy a favor.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So that is essential.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I see so many women already cutting this clip to show their husbands.
Yeah, so they need to show their husband.
Thank
Daddies
you so
need to do
much.
better.
Indeed. Jayne Augoye, fantastic conversation with you all
Yeah.
month long. It's been a wonderful time.
Yeah,